to my channel. It's been ages since I've been here. First of all, I'm going to do my brow, and my desk is kind of a mess. So anyway, let's go and do my brows. I bought my Caitlin Collection brow products, and I actually do like them. They're actually really nice. I'm going to bring my mirror closer. My mirror is just down in front of me. I'm going to zoom you in for this. So I go with the black because my hair is black blue. So I just use the black one, and I'm just going to do this. Just basically brush them out first. And I like this because the nib is so fine, and it's really nice. And I like this one better than the next one because how fine the nib is and how much you can actually do a little bit or just do a lot. I find that so good. So I'm just making hair strokes. And making hair strokes at the front as well. I absolutely like it. It's so good. I do a lot. I'm just going to brush it up. I mean, look how good that brow's looking now. I really didn't think I was going to like it, but you know what? I actually really like it. It's really nice. So once I've done like that, I'm just going to do the other side. Caitlin Collection brow pen, which is in black, and I'm going to use Espresso black. This one's in black, so I'm just going to do strokes. You don't have to do a big amount with this. Just doing hair strokes. So that's done. I know the brows are dark, but it's all they're gonna match my hair anyway, so that's why I've done them. And then I take the Beauty Crop BBF brow, and this is just basically just to set them in place. There's nothing like it's going to laminate them. This is just to set the brow hairs in place. That is all I'm using that for. I'm just going to pop some primer on. So the primer I'm going to put on is the Beauty Crop Cherrie primer, which is a gripping primer, which I feel like it's really nice. It does go red when you first put it on, but don't worry about it because the colour does go down. My skin always goes red when I apply pressure onto my skin anyway. The reason I go after I do my brows is because I know then my brows are going to stay there and I'm not going to move. So now we're going to use the Beauty Crop Avocado Poreless primer, which I absolutely love. It's in the regular form. There, I did get an XL, but my XL's kind of gone, and I put this where I need it. So on my chin and here as well. I do go here, and then once it's in, I just kind of pat it. Now this is really sticky. As you can see, the bounce back. That's how you know that's sticky. I'm going to take a concealer, pop it on the back of the container. It's the foundation I'm using today because everyone wants to know what this foundation's like. I don't like it, but you seem to like it on me. So what I do is I basically cover any sort of breakouts that I do have. So I take some on a thing and I cover my breakouts, just a light layer. Do not go too thick. If you've got a pot NARS cream concealer, that would work as well because that goes really far. I'm just covering any redness that I do have, anything that I don't like. My skin's clearing up really nicely because I'm going to do something different. Once that's done, we're going to do a eye look. I'm going to go with the Extra Beauty because I haven't used this in ages. I've used this for ages, but I will continue to use it. So I'm going to get enough on, it's fine. I'm going to go in with the eye primer. I'm just going to pop this on here. And with this, I do go underneath the brows. Like, you might think this is very light, but for me, I use this because then it'll do every shade. And Extra Beauty palettes are really, really nice. I want a halo look today. I just go over, just get this brush just to... Don't do really halo looks anymore. I feel like I want a halo look. We're going to take the Extra Beauty and we're going to do a dark halo eye. So we're just going to get a brush. Just want to get a brush like that. And I'm going to go into the brown first of all. This View shade. Because we're doing a halo look. We're just going to pop it into the outer corner. The reason I'm doing this is because then I can build it up to black because I want a black. Because the colour that I'm using is such a nice colour. And for halo looks, I don't wing out. I just keep the look very rounded. And a halo eye is just really simple. I think I'm doing the other side as well. One of the eyes always turn out really nice and the other one doesn't turn out the same. But you know what? I don't really care about that because they're my eyes and I love anything that put my eyes. With the black, I will go in with a different brush. So this is the brush I'm going to use. This is P. Louise brush. I'm going to go into white because that's the black shade. And we're just going to go over the top of the brow. Just go over. So it's going to blend out beautifully. You can do a halo look with the different colours each side, but today I'm not doing that. Today I just want a halo look because the shade I'm going to use is going to be stunning with it. It's going to be absolutely stunning. This, I'm just going to go around it just to make sure it's good. I'm just going to connect it a bit at the top. So there's a bit of connection, but you won't see that in the end. Then I'm going to go with the black side on the other side. I love this black. It's pretty. As I said, one might always turn out better than the other. I'm going to go with my thing that I'm going to use. This is the shade I'm going to use. It's from a thing called Shadow Moon, and these are only £3.50. They're really nice. They're really pigmented. I do like them. I'm going to go in with a glitter glue first. With a glitter glue, it's going to be more shimmery on the eye. And I haven't used this shade before, but I feel like it's going to be a win. I'm just going to use glitter glue just to go into the centre of the eye. Going to do one eye at a time and take a different brush, pop some product on here, right here, and then I'm just going to tap. Oh my god, this colour is beautiful. Holy shit. I haven't used this colour before. This is in the shade Diana. Okay, should have tapped it off the excess, but it's fine. I can clean it up later. That is a stunning shade. Go over with the black, just to connect it. Holy shit, should I use the darker black? But oh my god, this is absolutely insane. This colour is so beautiful. I'll do this on the other side as well. Glitter glue. I use glitter glue just because it's a lot easier. And this is the thing that make anything stick. That halo eye looks gorgeous. This colour is beautiful. Oh, I'm just going to clean it up. And then go over here and then clean up here. Do that. Oh my god, that is gorgeous. These eyes are gorgeous. I'm going to do with the liquid liner, and the liquid liner I've been loving is the NYX eyeliner, which is the Epic Ink felt liner. Or I don't think it's felt. I think it's real light. I think it's in thingy. Definitely going to use some lashes with this. So next we're going to see if this is dried. You do this and nothing comes off. It's dried. The thing I'm going to use is e.l.f. Halo Glow, which I absolutely love. So we're just going to pop this on here just because I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite products that I've loved in 2024. Insanely stunning. I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use just this brush from Beauty. It's a kabuki brush. I absolutely love this brush as well. I feel like it's pretty, and I'm just going to pop it in. Pop it all over here. And as you can see, where I've applied the concealer, it's not coming off, they're just staying, just because I've let the product dry. So I wore a foundation, which most of you loved it, but I didn't. But I'm still going to use it. Even though I don't like it, I'm still going to use it. It is the Makeup by Mario Surreal foundation in the shade 140 to match my tan. I am warming up to this product, but I'm still not, it's not giving me a wow factor, if you get what I mean. For the price, I just can't justify that. If this wasn't as high of the price as it is, I'd be buying it again. Because it's just a higher price, I'm just like, how can I justify how much it is? Do you get what I mean? I'm just going to pop it in. And with this Halo Glow, it just looks really good. Halo Glow on top of that, underneath anything, is really nice. This is what I mean with Halo Glow under anything. Just looks phenomenal. Do you see what I mean? Look at the skin. This is just one pump of foundation. So then what I do is I just get a sponge. I do use anything that's left over on the thing that I popped on. A damp sponge. And with my sponges, I go damp. So I'm just going to pop this on here, just to, I usually use a sponge afterwards just to let it mesh in with my skin. So I know that it's going to look good once all the product meshes into my skin well. But also taking product away as well. I don't think that's why people are like, how do you do makeup? Like, I'm showing you how I do my makeup. I kind of like my makeup. I like how I do it because it's the way I have done my makeup, and since I've been getting older, my makeup really hasn't changed. Some of the product has changed. We're going to do a bronzer, and this is the bronzer that I absolutely love. This is from Jordana and Ticia Cosmetics. It's in Palm Paradise. I have 3 more of these, and they are just absolutely amazing. Just going to get a brush like this, pop it on here, and then look at the magic that I'm going to show you. It's blended in already. I don't need a lot of this, but it looks phenomenal. It looks really good. If you feel like you got too much, just pop it all over the rest of your face. I absolutely love how this is. It is gorgeous. Now I do take my foundation brush and just go underneath the bronzer so nothing's coming down, if you get what I mean. So I'm just going to use the sponge just to go over the bronzer. I'm going to do blush now. I'm going to take the Maybelline Mitchell brush, just going to pop it in. This is Bubblegum Pink, which I absolutely love. I'm just going to pop it here. I love this shade so much. And I do use the other side, because the other side, cream powder. I want to use the Jordana Ticia one, but the one similar to this is Dollface, and it's not in stock. Normally I do a little bit of cream bronzer on my nose, but there you go, just put it on there. And then I go back in with my bronzer, just to basically marry the two colours together. This is a light shade, so I do use a lot of this. I do use it after I've concealed. Concealer, I go in with this one in the centre of my face. A little bit down the nose, centre of the face, sometimes a little bit here. I go in with my brush, just up here. If it's too much, I go back with my sponge, especially a sponge on my nose and my forehead. It's beautiful to go around everything. Okay, then once that's done, I sometimes will go in that colour underneath my eyes, but I want to do a bright under eye today, so I'm just going to go with this shade. This is in the shade SF1. The other one I did use is in the shade SF2.5W. But I do need to get a lighter shade than this. I go in with a brush first of all. I'm just going to take a sponge and go over it like this. I just love this one. I really do. It just looks pretty. And then I go back with my blush brush because some of the pigment has come off because of the concealer. And I go back in with my blush brush. Bronze it up as well. Make sure it blends, and then go back in with my sponge. I take some set spray for halo. Just go a light layer. So the reason I do that is because it sets my creams into place. You need to set your creams into place. This is going to make your makeup last longer throughout the day. The Huda Beauty powder is a really nice powder, don't get me wrong. I've been loving the Jordana Ticia powder. It's a loose and the pressed. This is what I wear underneath my eyes. This is what I do. It is incredible. This powder is a game changer for me. This powder has saved me so much because it's just that powder. It's really good. I go in with the loose side first. And I take one of these, but first of all, I make sure that my creases are blended out. I bring my mirror closer. I take some loose powder, that much. Press it into the powder, so it's like this. Just press it in, get off all the excess, and then go back in. As you saw, I pressed on lightly. All the palette's now into this. This is the thing that I do. I make sure I press it in. I do not bake. If you are someone that has wrinkles like me, I take my eyes, do not bake underneath your eyes because it's just going to make it stand out. I always go with it. If you don't use a sponge, use a brush, but I do recommend a sponge because it's good. I pick it up again, press it into the palm. I press it into the palm because there's no pores on that side. If you press it in there, you're going to get pores on that side. So, keep my sponge again. And that is my under eye set. They're not dry because I didn't put loads of powder underneath. And this puff works really well. This is a Trigwell puff. Any puff will do, but I do like the Trigwell. Next, I will then set my face with powder. Now, what I do use is I use the same thing as I did with the under eye. I take some up on the brush and I swirl it into my brush and then tap off the excess. And this is what I do to powder my face lightly, so it's not as powdery. So I just go in and press. And don't forget, this is just a light layer. I go back in, what's ever left on there, put it in there, shake out all the excess. And as you can see, as that is happening, you think it's not being set, but it is being set because we're working this into the brush. This powder is so good. It blurs. It looks like you have a filter on your face when you don't. And as you can see, my face is powdered, but it's not overly powdered. Now to the bronzer. Jordana Ticia bronzer I use because it's the same Jordana Ticia bronzer. The powder side. We've already used the cream version and that's the powder side. And I go in with a brush like this. It is an angled brush. It is really good. You can find these one from P. Louise, Exo Beauty. See what I mean? They're so the same. This one's a bit more fluffier. I like a fluffier one. I would take some powder, tap off the excess, or you see all that excess line, and then I tap. Even though I've set the face with powder, I still like to tap just in case. And that's what I do. People say that this doesn't blend it out. It does blend it out. People need to realise that if you do tap, the bristles are slowly going to basically blend in because the bristles are moving. The reason that I don't go in like that is because I don't want my makeup underneath to go anywhere. If you think it's like a bit too harsh, just go in with your powder because that is going to then blend it everywhere. And then I go in with a blush, and this is the blush. Use the same blush, but I go in with a different brush. This is the brush. This is the brush I go in with because I do like it. It is the Peaches and Cream PC03, and I just shove it in there, give a little bit of that, tap it off, and then I just tap. I like this shade. This is the shade Bubblegum from With Glove Cosmetics. Everything that I've used, I will put in the caption below. You know, description below, I mean. I do go back in with my bronzer brush just to marry the two. Then I'm just going to do this and do my nose. Nose is fine. I do the nose first because I'm going to show you why I do the nose. Just bringing that up there. Okay, I'm going to do my under eye first of all. So I'm just going to get a pencil and use the black shade. Put it to the outer inner corner. And I'm going to use the Charleane Cosmetics in the middle of the eye. Halo on top as well as the bottom. And this is, as I said, this is from Charleane Cosmetics. £3.50 for something like this. It's really good. Gives you a lot of product. I'm just going to use a black Jordana just to put onto the bottom. We're doing this because it's going to match the vibe. We're going to go in with the brighter shade. We're going to get this. Do this again. Pop it on there. Pop the excess on my tail thing and then go back on. And the reason I do this is because 1, it's going to sort out my cream bronzer. 2, it's going to brighten and match with the blush. It's going to blend at the under eye so seamlessly. Go back in with my blush brush. I will take a bit of shimmery bronzer. I'm going to my forehead. Go here as well, just here under my neck. I need a highlighter. I'm going to use this palette for the normal highlighter that I'm going to do. So I'm going to use Bubs. Just going to pop that underneath here because that is like a goldy highlighter, which is fine. I'm going to use the Comet case again. I've been trying to use the Comet case and it's nice, but it's not really working out. So I'm going to go into the light pink. Let's do a bit of dark pink. Let's switch between the shades. I'm just going to pop this onto the high to see how it goes. Whoa, okay. Use the Candy Trip and Pink Legs just because I just want a pink highlighter. Okay, that's beautiful. Let me just go with a sponge just to make sure it blends out. Okay, I'm starting to like it a little bit at a time for highlighter. That's actually pretty nice. Set my face with the Cherrie. This is going to melt all the powders in. I'm actually just going to use this made by Mitchell. I think these are called Giddy Up Cowboy or Hotter Than a $2 Pistol. I'm not quite sure, but they could be called Giddy Up Cowboy. Curling my lashes quickly. And I'm just going to use the Avocado mascara. Not a big fan of this. This is why I'm doing a light layer. And once they're done, I need to glue up the lashes. The tweezers that I love, they are called Tweezerman tweezers. The reason I like Tweezerman tweezers is because they're so good. So I'm going to put on these ones. They look like this. I've never tried Maybelline Mitchell lashes before, but these lashes, they're simply the best. So I'm just going to spray my face with the Trigwell just to make sure everything stays on. And this hollowed hole is going to literally basically set everything. Grab a leash. I'm just going to blow on it. With lashes, you can't just put them on after you just apply the glue because you need to let them go tacky. And we'll go in with my path just basically things that I want matte will be matte. So you need to blow on them, let them dry. I'd love to have a fast lash glue. Throughout this video, if I'm looking in the viewfinder, I am so sorry. But I've been doing it for 13 years and still have the thing to look at myself. It's because I want to see if the makeup's turned out really good. And then I'm just going to pop this on. And then I'm just going to move this to the end. Oh, I love these lashes. They're so pretty. For some reason, I can't tell you how I put on my lashes. I just get so close to the lash line as humanly possible. And I just make sure they're on. As long as these lashes are on, they're going to be good. And then I do tend to, pinch my lashes and the normal lashes together. They're going to be hanging on together. And then I do the bottoms. I have to do the bottoms. I can't, if I do a look like this, the bottoms have to be done. I'm going to use my Sky High, which I absolutely love. Another one, Sky High is absolutely perfect. Now, with my lips, I don't like to have product on there. I hate it. Normally, I'll do a nude, but I'm feeling adventurous, and we're going to do something else. We're going to use this, and we're going to use a Maybelline Mitchell thing. Now, the reason we're going to do this is because it's going to match with the eyes. I'm going to use Pink Honey Freckle Pen in the shade Dark. I'm just going to take out some moles that I like, and some spots that I have. I'm just going to cover them up. I do like having freckles on, because look at I just feel like it completes my look so much. Even if I do them lightly. And then I'll do some normal freckles. Some normal freckles. I'll just put them on here first. As you can see, just popping on. And then I will go over with my finger. Pink Honey Freckle Pen is really good. If you haven't tried it out, try it out. If you don't want to do a Pink Honey one, use a Trigwell. Just get something, pop it on here, and just basically just let it roll and pop it on. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm just popping on from what I got with the bronzer. It's fine. Use whatever you want. There you go, freckles on with the Trigwell Florette. It's good as well. You don't want to use the thing, and then I'll go back in with my powder just to make sure everything's good and done. And then the lips, time for lips. Because we're procrastinating, time for lips. So we're going to use the Maybelline Mitchell Spirit of the West Lip Trick. I'm going to use this. I do get a brush, just a little brush. to blend this out. Sometimes it will overline a little lot. With the brush, I'm just getting on it and pulling down. I'm gonna go in with this shade. It does look very dark with this lip, but do you know what? I don't care. I'm taking this risk. I'm going to use Outer Space. I'm just going to pop this on top. Oh, this is beautiful shade. And it is dark, but I feel like it just matches my eyes just really nicely because I got a vampy. This is more like a vampy look. I like the skin. So this is what I do with my makeup. If I don't use the Mario, I will go with the H&B products, which are just as fire. But this is the complete look. I am liking the Comet case. I'm liking it, but as you can see, it doesn't look powdery. It just looks like airbrushed. And this makeup is not going to stay on until I wash it off because the ways I set it, Cherrie will just make sure all the powder's set, and the Trigwell is going to make sure everything stays in place and it lasts all day. Give you a closer look at what my skin is looking like. Let me just turn up the brightness for you guys so you can see what my skin is looking like with the brightness turned up. As you can see, my skin is just, look at my brow than this, but let me just get up and show you. So these are my under eyes. Look, they're not looking cakey. They're not looking anything. You can see I have lines, but the way I've set my powder just looks very light. Even though I popped a bright underneath, it just looks so light. So do not be afraid to set your face with powder, with a puff. If you've got, I'm 37 and I'm not afraid to do this stuff because I know that I'm gonna work the powder into the puff on the back of my hand, on the side of my hand, just work it in and then go under. Once I blend it up with a sponge is gonna make sure there's no creases. With a brush, it can work, but it's kind of difficult. This is why I like a sponge. And then press it, go like that. I got that because when I do this, it pulls down this bit of the under eye. So you can see this bit's not pulled out. Watch the freckle. Do you see the way it's pulling down? That's why I do that face. And if you look up, it stretches it. It will basically make sure you don't have any wrinkles. So when you do press it on, I'll go out, like that. It's not going to set the wrinkles. It's going to set in between the wrinkles. It's going to make that fold in your wrinkle disappear. That's what it's going to be like, and it's going to look so much better. And if you do try that look, please let me know. But yeah, I just stretch out my face. And make sure I do, because if I don't stretch out my face and I just leave my face like this and I just go underneath, I don't do that, I just go underneath, I will set my wrinkles and I don't want that. So that's why I stretch my face out, because that's how I'm not going to set my wrinkles underneath my eye. But my final look, I'm glad to be filming makeup tutorials again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!